everyone, my name is Kerri Broome and I am your spiritual medium. So I thought what I'd do today is sit and explain to you emotions and knowing whenever your loved ones are around in spirit, okay? So I'm going to give you some tools to know whenever they are around you, and also some signs that they will bring whenever they are around. So first of all, there could be sensations that come around whenever your loved ones are coming close to you. So you'll get the feeling of maybe a little static charge on your body somewhere, a light touch somewhere. So you might get a little, feels like a little fly or something around your face, or even the walking through cobwebs. Sometimes that will happen as well. Whenever they touch us, it almost feels like a little electric shock, or it could be like a cool breeze that you're walking into, very cold mass of air. It could be that they're touching your feet, and whenever this happens, you'll feel like a little fly or something around your foot, and there's nothing around your foot, okay? Also, sometimes they like to touch our skin on our arms, and that also will feel like almost like a feather touching you, okay? So these are ways that they are able to touch, and they do these things, but I don't even know if half the time most people even realize that this is what's going on. So we have the emotions and we touch. So another emotion that they could bring on is an overwhelming missing them, and an overwhelming sadness. Now, when this happens, what I want you to realize is, I know grieving for the human mind is very, very difficult. I've personally, I know what it's like. But what I want to explain is, sometimes whenever spirit comes close to us and they are in our energy and in our presence, they can bring on the emotions and make us have those feelings too. So sometimes it's actually your loved ones that are around you, and basically they are sensing that you are missing them, and they feel the same. So they will bring these sensations of sadness and emotions with them. Now, once we get past the heavy part of the grieving, so the dark part of the grieving, then they start coming through in a little bit lighter, okay? So there's not so much of an overwhelming feeling whenever they're around. There's more of a peaceful presence then, okay? So it shifts. So the grieving process is different for everyone, and the shift is different for everyone. But just from my own experience and from channeling spirit whenever I'm working, they all tell me the same thing, okay? So basically, if you're channeling 200 spirits and they're telling you all the same thing, then I'm assuming that this is the way it is for most of them, okay? So there are darker spirits and darker energies. I don't like to talk about that, but they're the same as human beings. There's nice people and there's not so nice people, and the spirits are the same, okay? So also another way of knowing that spirit may be around is the dropping of coin. So you may find coins in certain places, like dimes and nickels and pennies and things like that. You'll find these in places that you're not expecting to find them. So you may find them in the kitchen sink. You may find them at the mat. You may find them outside on the ground when you go to enter into your vehicle. And when you do find them outside on the ground when you go to enter into your vehicle, just know that your loved ones are wanting you to know that they are protecting you and that they are with you when you are in your vehicle. And that is a beautiful message of its own, okay? So they bring through lots of peace and love with them whenever they come. So another way that they may come is through birds and other animals. So you could have blue jays around all the time. You could have little yellow finches around all the time. You could be seeing a odd bird that you never ever seen before, and then all of a sudden this bird has come and it's not leaving and it keeps coming back and back and back. Well, they have the ability to do that as well. So just know that they could be bringing animal in for you as well, okay? So not only do we have the spirit of our loved ones in the spirit world, we also have the spirit of our animals and our pets. So if you have a pet in spirit, please trust the fact that they don't ever leave you. Their soul does stay with you whenever they cross over, and they also will bring through signs as well too, in the same sense as what I just explained from the human aspect of it. So another way that they will come through is with scents. So they will bring certain familiar smells to you. So you may smell cigar smoke, you may smell perfume, you may smell their cologne, you may smell their mouthwash. But what I want you to remember is the scent that is imprinted in your mind of the person that you love is the scent that they are going to bring through. Okay, so say your great uncle, every time you went near him, all you could smell was cigarette smoke, and that's a familiar smell that you're never going to forget off of a person. So they will bring through that smell. Now say it's grandma, and she always wore lilac perfume, or she loved the flowers lilac, and you know that scent and you're familiar with that scent being around her, then that's the scent that she would bring through for you to recall and remember her. Okay, so it's a sign that she is there with you. I know a client of mine had come to me, and I kept smelling the inside of a man's hat. And I kept saying to her, like, I don't know why. I said, your father has me smelling the inside of his hat. And she's like, oh my God, that's how I know when my dad's around, because I can strongly remember the smell of the inside of his hat when he took his hat off. So that was her sign, her personal sign, that she knew that her dad was around, because she would get that smell, and then she would know that he was then visiting her. Okay, so, and after our communication, that got even stronger, because now she was acknowledging that that wasn't her imagination, that it was true. Okay, so for me to be able to say to her, I keep smelling your father's hat, and then for her to recognize that that's what she has been smelling, that was a profound moment for her, and a beautiful one at that. So this is the kind of things that spirit will do. So they'll bring through odors and scents and stuff like that. I know, like I said too, that the grieving process is very hard and it's very heavy. Sometimes too, whenever we're grieving, it's hard for them to get through, to break through that veil. They are there with us, but it's to get through the veil of being able to communicate with us so that we can feel them being around us. So as the process goes on and as time goes on, it gets easier for us as we grieve. We never get over it, but it does get easier. And during these times, it's easier for spirit to come through. It's also easier for them to come through if you're open to it. Okay, so if you're open to the experience, they want nothing more than to share the experience with you, but you need to be open to it. Okay, so if you're going to be open to the experience, then they're more than happy to give you it. So I hope these little signs and these little tips help you. I also wanted to talk about the differences between dreams and visitations, because this is another sign that they do to let you know that they are around and that they are okay. So everyone dreams. Some people remember their dreams. Some people don't remember their dreams. Some people dream black and white. Some people dream color. Some people will go months without dreaming. Some people will go days without dreaming. Some people dream every night. Some people have nightmares. Okay, this is not a dream. Okay, this is a visitation. And when this happens, what you're going to experience is color that is so vivid and so vibrant. Their skin is perfect. It's like porcelain. Their hair is like silk or satin. It's just beautiful. They come with a presence of nothing but love. Okay, so whenever you're having this visitation, it's an imprint that is being put into your mind and into your brain, that you do not remember the visit. You do not, forget the visitation from the time that it starts until the time that it finishes. Whereas with a dream, you do forget. You only remember pieces. But with a visitation, you forget absolutely nothing. Okay? So from the beginning right through to the end, you remember everything word for word, scene for scene, color for color. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful experiences that I have had on this journey thus far, is whenever I receive visitations from my loved ones in spirit, and I can't wait for it to happen again. And it is just absolutely stunning and mind-blowing when it does happen. So if I could give that to every one of you, I would, most definitely. But I think by letting you know that it's possible and opening your mind to the experience, that alone is going to help the process. Another thing too is don't fear when your loved ones come around, or don't get freaked out, because they just want you to know that they're around and that they know what's going on since they've gone. They don't miss anything. A lot of times when people come for readings, I'll talk about events that have happened, important events that have happened since that the loved ones have crossed over, and people are totally amazed with that. But all they want to do is validate that they're not missing anything. So they go to everything, okay? So even if it's just as silly as going to a little concert, or as big as going to Walt Disney World, they just want you to know that they don't miss out. They don't miss out on anything, and they want you to be happy. They want you to love, they want you to give love, and they want you to receive love. So please remember to appreciate and validate your loved ones all the time. And please know that whenever they are bringing messages through, that if you do appreciate and validate these messages, they will bring more. So the more that you acknowledge and the more that you understand that they are around, the more often that they will come. So I like to thank you for watching my videos. I hope that you are finding these educational, and I hope that if even I'm helping one person, it is well worth taking the time to do them. So thanks again, guys. Have a great weekend. Please remember that summer is here. Please keep our roads safe and bring our children home, and no drinking and driving. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Till next time.